Hey guys, Ben here from Velflex. Now we get lots of phone calls, and I say lots, not that many, but guys, whenever anybody reaches out to us and says, oh, I've got excess glue or excess glue spread around my transfers that I'm applying. Now guys, what they're referring to is the transfer they've pressed on and they've got this cloudiness, this sort of like excess, sort of looks like a film around the outside of the print or near the edges, but it's sort of extended out. And for most part, our customers think it's glue when they've seen that and they call up going, there's excess glue around the outside. Guys, what I want to tell you it is, it's not glue. There's only glue just behind the vinyl print itself, okay? And the glue doesn't spread out that far. What it is release coating. Now, if I look at a transfer here, just so you know, this is an ultra color transfer, okay? If we have a bit of a look, you can kind of see here, there's a bit of a film that's on the inside of that plastic edge. The very outside edge is much clearer, and then you've got this opaque sort of area of the film. That's because here and behind our transfer is a wax coating. It's what we call release coating. It's what allows the transfer to pull away from that plastic. It's what gives our transfer either a matte look or a satin look or a gloss look, or if we were to somehow get some glitter into that, we could give it a glittery sort of finish, okay? A lot of you that are using DTF know that you can start to get DTF film, which has some special metallic sort of and special sort of effects through that release coating. Now, that release coating is what allows the transfer to let go of the plastic and be on your shirt, and it's what gives it that matte look or satiny sort of look. Now, if some of that excess release coating has actually left the plastic and stayed with the transfer, it is typically 9 out of 10 times, and I'm going to say almost every time, an indication that you have too much temperature, too much heat, and too much pressure, okay? And it might simply just be too much heat for too long, or it's too long a press, too much pressure. You might have been pressing the back of the t-shirt and then you go into the front left-hand pocket and you go into a smaller plate. You've not changed your pressure at all. It's the same as when you're doing the back, but you're now on a smaller plate, which in a sense is focus that pressure down, and all of a sudden you're getting that release coating. That's a good example of the type of time that our customers have experienced it and they think it's the glue. Guys, absolutely too much heat, too much pressure. I'm gonna try to replicate that for you. I've got this t-shirt here. I've got my press here set at 165 degrees. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do a 15-second press here, and I've got my pressure at 9. Okay, so I'm doing all of the things that you shouldn't be doing. Too much pressure, too long a press, and just simply too hot. Okay, what I'm also gonna do, give it a bit of a pre-press as well. A lot of people like doing a pre-press, and if you've given it a pre-press, you've already put that heat into it, so you certainly don't need to do that full 10 seconds that we would recommend for a single press. And we certainly don't need to do a 15-second press like I'm about to do. So we place that transfer down. What I'm gonna do is press it down. Now we're going for a 10-second now, I suppose. That's what the second timer was on. I'll hold it for a little bit longer, and I'm gonna release that up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to see if I can slowly peel up. Here we go, it absolutely has worked. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull this out so you can see it there. Now, if you have a quick look, we've got this excess film in amongst some of our letters, all through here, okay? You can see it right there. It's got that sort of that opaque milkiness. It's through the middle there. We can see it a little bit in the C, right? Now, the reason we know it's not glue is because we can actually rub it off. See if I just scratch it there, see how it's rubbing off. Okay, and it's actually come away. Now, we know that's not ideal. Nobody wants that, okay? And nobody wants to have to be there to scratch that off. Look, if you do see it, getting yourself another bit of t-shirt or cotton, some people said paper actually works really well, placing it over, just giving it a quick press and it comes away. But what it is, guys, if we have a look at this plastic, and I don't know if you can zoom in there, but you can see where the release coating has come away where the transfer was. But what we've unfortunately got is we've had excess release coating come away as well and stick to the fabric where it shouldn't have, okay? Guys, that is absolutely a function of too much heat, too much pressure for too long. And it might be because you've done a pre-press, 10 seconds, something like that, which is giving lots of heat into your base plate, into your fabric, okay? And then you do a 10-second application, which in all sense is really a bit more like a 20-second press. If somebody else was just to put a cold t-shirt on and do a press, it's a bit like a 20-second application. Our application temps 150 degrees for 10 seconds, and that'd be onto a cold t-shirt, being absolutely perfect. So guys, if you ever see that, it's not glue, it's not any excess glue, it's absolutely the release coating coming away, and it's just because it's too hot for too long or too much pressure. I've had all three of those in this example to make sure that it actually happened, and there you saw the results. So we can absolutely make it happen, which means we can also make sure that it doesn't happen to you, just with the right temps, times, and pressures. Cheers, guys.